Y'all, recently Tana Mongeau has been speaking out about Austin McBroom quite a bit. She actually spoke out two different times on her podcast, and y'all, I am so curious of your guys' take on this. Like, I feel like so many people are divided on the internet, so that's why I'm like, oh, I'm curious of y'all's opinion on this. Basically, in a nutshell, if you guys do not recall, and I will be playing the clip within today's video, years ago, she had said that she covered for Austin McBroom because I guess apparently they were like filming a collab together or hanging out or something of, along the lines of that. And I guess apparently that there was like a lip gloss or lipstick found in Austin's Lamborghini, and Catherine was like, wait, that's not mine. Whose is that? So basically, Tana took the fall for it. I guess because Austin like said it was Tana's, and she was like, okay, let me just go ahead and do that. And she ended up making a video, and she was like, you know what? I just took the fall for it. I took the blame for it. And just letting you know, Catherine has been cheating on you or whatever, which everyone was saying it was super messy. But here's where I wanted your guys' opinion, actually, before I even play that clip, is because she said like in that moment all she could think of was like saving the marriage and saving the kids, basically because she didn't want them to like get a divorce or a breakup. So she was like, okay, let me just take the fall for it. Everyone was saying, wait, like you're taking the fall for it and you're saying that you're basically saving their marriage, but then you're really screwing over Catherine because now obviously she didn't know that Austin was cheating on her. So a lot of people were divided on this because a lot of people were saying, well, like it wasn't like her place to like out the marriage. Obviously, that's something that Austin should have done from the jump. He should have said that he was creeping on her, and Tana just didn't know what to do. Also, too, okay, before I even play the clip, only because, like, I'm telling you, every single clip that I was watching, everyone in the comments, it was like so divided. A lot of people were saying, like, in the spur of a moment, like, if you're put on blast like that, like, your, initial reaction is to, like, just lie. I gotta keep it with you guys. Mine is, like, the opposite. It's so crazy because, like, I'm super fast and, like, witty. However, when it comes to, like, covering up a lie, I'm like, ugh, I get stuck on stupid and I start overthinking it too much. So I'm like, I'm gonna just, say the truth. You know what I'm saying? So I do understand how some people would be like, oh my God, like, let me just hurry up and lie. So that's why I'm like so confused. Like, I don't know. I don't know how you guys would feel about this whole entire situation. Do you think that it was bad of Tana to like take the fall and say that it was her lipstick? Or do you think that, like, yeah, she should have because it wasn't really her place to say anything? I do feel like in that moment, I love Tana. Y'all know I've been saying this for years now, only because I love somebody who is so authentically them. And I feel like she really says whatever is on her brain and like it comes out of her mouth. And sometimes it may sound crude or offensive or, just really not well thought out. And I really do appreciate that because I feel like she's being a real person. However, I disagree like on this one, and I would have just told the truth from the jump. I get it. Obviously, she's super young, especially at the time that had happened. She was even younger, so I totally get that. But I don't know. I wouldn't have. I just would have been like, oh no, that's not mine. And then the fact that she ended up making, I don't know if she made like a Snapchat about it or a TikTok about it or something. It's the clip that I'm just about to show you guys in a bit, and I'm just like, then you ended up outing it. And then everyone was saying at that point, though, that she was lying about it, that she's just, clout seeking and she's just looking for attention and all that stuff. And it's like, come to find out, no, she actually was telling the truth. So go to check out this clip right here.
One time, Austin McBroom was cheating on Catherine, and the girl he was cheating on her with left a lipstick in his car. And I'm sitting in the car with Jake, and we get a call from Catherine or Austin or whoever answer it. And it's Austin bawling his eyes out and Catherine absolutely screaming, holding this lipstick inside of their car. And she's screaming and she's like, it's the lipstick, Tana's. Austin says the lipstick's Tana's, blah, blah, blah. Austin's bawling. My thinks that the right thing to do at the time is save the kids, save the kids. So I lied to Catherine. I'm like, this is my lipstick. It wasn't my lipstick, Catherine. I'm really sorry. But we team Bryce out here on God. So. Another of my friends as his nannies, and when Catherine would leave, he would with all of them and then told her that they were all his nannies and it was a fake nanny company. And I just, when you ask me why I'm Team Bryce, it's kind of like picking a lesser of two evils.
There y'all heard her say right there that she, just took the fall for it within that situation. And I guess that has everybody divided. And I totally get it. In her brain, she's all thinking, oh my gosh, like I feel bad. Like, what if they end up getting a divorce from this? And what about the kids? However, I feel like at the end of the day, like her as a woman, her loyalty should be to the woman, which would be Catherine. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like it's his fault. Do you know what I mean? Like, I get it. Obviously, in her brain, she could be like over analyzing this and be like, oh my gosh, like if they get a divorce, that's so sad for the kids. I totally get that. However, at the end of the day, that's his fault, not her fault. And I don't think that she should, ever feel bad for that. Like, I do understand some people's thought process. I do know that there are several people out there that do cover up for cheaters because of the same exact situation. They may be like, oh my God, like they're holding it together for the kids. Like, I feel bad. Like, yes, I know that this person cheated on my homegirl, on my sister. Like, some people have really, kept a secret just to save other people's marriage. And I feel like at the end of the day, like, that's their fault. You know what I mean? I feel like this right here is 100% Austin's fault. And she should have outed him a long time ago, okay? Because I'm just saying, way back in the day, and when I say way back in the day, this is like, what, 4 years ago, 5 years ago? So many people were already saying that Austin is like a horrible person and that he's, cheating and creeping and all this stuff. So I'm like, Tana really should have put it out there. But now, obviously, because everything has come out and now it's actually, like 100% true and not just speculations and rumors, Tana is going in, y'all, after this whole entire thing. Yes, that clip that I had just showed you guys right there, a lot of people are divided about, and they're like, no, Tana's a bad person for doing that. Look, I'm always gonna give grace, especially to somebody who's young. Like, I want to say, even right now, how old is, you know what, let me ask Siri. Hey Siri, I wonder if she'll even know this. Hey Siri, how old is Tana Mongeau? I'm gonna switch to Android. Hey Siri. Oh my gosh, it's going on my computer. Okay, no, 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 no. Stop, stop, stop. Oh my God. Okay, you know what? This is the last time that I use Siri as, my personal assistant up on here. Y'all know I can't afford to pay anybody. Let me just go ahead and Google it so that way we all know, because a lot of times I'll be like, oh my God, I give this person the benefit of the doubt. They're young and they're like really not. She's 26. Oh my gosh. And this happened years ago. So she was like 21. Like, no, I'm sorry. Okay. Yes, I do disagree with her. I do think that she 100% should have just said, no, that's not my lipstick. And hey, like, Austin's cheating on you, Captain. She should have said that then. However, she was young. Okay. And I just feel like at that, y'all, a lot of times I do realize this about myself, and I do want to say this, okay, because I feel like a lot of people are very unforgiving. I, as a 35-year-old, okay, I look at a lot of situations and say, well, I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't do this. I wouldn't do that. But then I always have to think, oh, like they're 10 years younger than me. Maybe I would have 10 years ago. Do you know what I'm saying? And I feel like a lot of people don't do that. And I think that that's very unfortunate, because everybody has to put themselves in that mindset of them being at that age, Because I really do think that it is wrong if somebody of my age at 35 years old is sitting over here like judging somebody who was like 21 at the time of something. I'm like, y'all, me at 21, I was a hot damn mess. And Lord knows only what I would have done at that time. Do you know what I'm saying? So I can't look at it now and be like, oh, that's so bad. Like, this is why I say a lot of people on the internet are holier than thou. And it's like, baby girl, put yourself in those shoes when you were at that age. Do you know what I mean? Because I'm like, yeah. Luckily, I wasn't on the internet when I was 21, because I was a mess. Like, honestly, like straight up. I was a mess in a good way, though. Do you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I was like just a hot drunk mess, just cracking jokes and just doing wild shit, fun shit. Never like, I don't know, illegal, crazy stuff like that. So let me clarify every time I say I'm a mess. Anyways, y'all know I will ramble for days. I want to go into this clip where she was like first talking about this whole situation, saying that she's been knowing for years that Austin McBroom is a horrible person. And I do have to say this, okay, ever since their whole boxing match from like Bryce and Austin, like, yeah, she has been, saying some things about Austin, but I think that if she really did know things behind the scenes, she could have put it out there. But also too, we do have to think about this too, is that the Ace Family was like the most watched family channel, and they were like the biggest and most popular family channel. So maybe she was scared, because y'all know recently I have said a lot of influencers are scared to speak out about things because these big influencers have a lot of power. You know what I'm saying? Like, they could pull brand deals and tell people to not collab with you and tell brands to not collab with you. So I think a lot of people try to keep it cordial and mutual with everyone. But I'm like, y'all, at the end of the day, if somebody's doing something horrible, like, just go ahead and out it. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, I want to go to play this clip right here to where she is talking about Austin McBroom and saying that she has always hated him. Check it out.
I have always hated him. I've never been an Austin McBroom fan. I went on an entire year-long tangent in like 2019, 2020 about how much I thought he was a shit person and that Catherine deserved better, and all stories similar to that one of things I'd experienced, like a time where I was with Jake and him and found like a makeup product in his car, and then I had to like lie and say it was mine and it wasn't, and it was just like this whole thing, and then everyone was trying to negate my story and all this shit.
I don't think anyone would, like, could anybody even argue with that? I feel like it's just such common knowledge.
Apparently the same thing happened to Erica Costell, and then she came online and was like, that, I think she was saying like that actually happened to me, and then I was like saying like it also happened to me, and then no one believed me because, you know what I mean, whatever.
I just think it's funny because he's still on Snapchat getting that bread. Like, it's the first person we've ever seen have a breakdown mentally through Snapchat, their money, how they're paying.
That's
like
what's crazy.
monetizing their breakdown.
Knowing now, like, how much money people are making from Snapchat, I'm like, God, he's a genius. Keep doing those cartwheels.
That's what it is. He's probably making racks this week.
I know, and he could after this just be like, okay, haha, joke's on you guys.
Right, but like,
when I found out that his whole like grippy sock moment is only on Snapchat, I did think to myself, like, that is kind of genius.
There y'all heard her say right there, she has always hated Austin, which I gotta say, now that everything has come out, a lot of people have been saying like, oh, he's a horrible person. I just want to say, if y'all have been on my channel for a hot minute now, literally ever since like way back in the day to when he was doing like that like family carnival thing and like just all these different weird events, I was like, I don't like this man. Like, he has always given me the ick. He has always just been maybe that's why I never grew on social media. Maybe he was the one holding me back. Not just like, anyway, so I think it's cool now that, you know, people are obviously speaking out about it. And then recently, oh, I completely forgot to mention, if you guys couldn't tell, maybe you guys don't watch the Canceled podcast often, that was a little bit of an older clip that was just circulating around the internet because obviously it had to deal with her talking about the whole situation of the lipstick in the car. That is a little bit old. The next clip that I'm going to play is very recent. By the way, I don't even know if I could like play these clips because I do know that their stuff is copyright claimed. However, I could like play the audio and like switch it up or whatever. So I do want to go ahead and get into this next one right here because they are talking about the whole situation. And I think this is so crazy that I did see, you guys are going to hear Brooke say in the beginning of this video that a lot of people were like, oh, like she shouldn't have got out there and like said X, Y, and Z. That was his story to tell as far as the cheating. I am so sorry, but when it comes down to like somebody cheating, it's the person who got cheated on story. I don't care what, you know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like at the end of the day, that is her story to tell. I do have to say this though, and I did say it before in the very first video that I made about Austin McBroom speaking out about Catherine and her book. I was like, oh, that does come across as a little bit, you know, opportunistic of her to tell Austin, no, don't come out with this video. People are going to hate you online. You're going to get so much backlash for this. Don't put out that video admitting to cheating. She told him that, right? But then obviously she put it in her book. And yes, of course, people are saying like, oh, there were bits and pieces of the book that were leaked. But who's to say like this could have just been like a whole, you know, PR move basically of like her putting it out there. And low-key, I do have to say this. After him cheating on her, I feel like that's like her payback right there. Do you know what I'm saying? Like her saying, no, I don't want you to put this out there. But then she obviously took it upon herself to put it out there, which kudos to her. You know what I mean? Sell that book, get that revenue. Like obviously this fool really did you dirty. And he's just a whole hot damn mess. You know what I mean? Also too, I don't know if I touched on this on my other like video that I had made about this. I thought it was so crazy that this fool was out here saying that she had basically given him permission. And I even had asked you guys like, oh, how do you guys feel about this? Because obviously at the end of the day, like if she's not putting out, like she's not giving him any affection, any attention, any of this, you know, love, obviously, which is so important in a relationship. How do you guys feel about him like stepping out? And come to find out, she said, no, that was never true. Like she never said that. I was like, oh, this man is crazy. Anyways, I do want to go and play this other clip right here to where they are talking about the whole entire situation. And also Tana speaking about the ayahuasca that I guess apparently a lot of people are very indifferent about. I'm gonna be so real with you guys. I have heard people talk about ayahuasca before, but I don't know like what that is. Like, is it like a hallucinogenic? Is it like taking mushrooms? Like, I don't know like why it's so severe. Do you know what I mean? Because a lot of people were saying she's a bad mom for taking that, but I'm like, I don't really know. Anyways, check out this clip right here.
Austin McBroom and Catherine.
The things that people are using to defend Austin are just like laughable to me because like the number one thing that like, because I posted a video about it, people are in the comments like, well, she should have let him tell his story. She told him not to tell his story, and then she went and told it herself. I'm like, first of all, absolutely, if somebody's cheating on me left, right, embarrassing me in every possible way, you think I'm gonna let them tell the story? Absolutely not. That's mine. That's my story.
And it's wild what she's been through. And it's so funny because it's like, if I was married to Austin McBroom and a part of the Ace family, pretending to work in Chipotle, daily vlogging, getting cheated on, Ace familying it up for years, I would take ayahuasca too.
Yeah.
I would take so much ayahuasca. And then it's like, she's saying she's the Virgin Mary. Like, I would be saying that too. I don't.
You probably have chlamydia. He's literally, and it's what's so funny too. I got comments that were like, "Well, he's taking accountability for it." I'm like, hello,
by force.
He's saying, "Oh, I cheated on her." What about I cheated on her for 7 years straight with thousands of women because we saw that happen. We've been saying that on this podcast. Like, bless everyone's heart, but like, I know 20 people personally who have hooked up with Austin McBroom while he's in his marriage. Okay,
and just like the level of scheming, like the level of scheming
and manipulative. Like he's very good at it. You see it in the way that you were manipulated by that video. Like any sympathy that you have for Austin right now, Catherine had too, because he is a narcissist. He is manipulative narcissist. And listen, we've had experience with that. And I would be doing like literal crystal meth right now if someone put me through that. So like, let her do some ayahuasca.
I would want to be so far away from that. And it seems like she is. She's got a good man. She's writing a beautiful book.
She is, and she's
shamaning it up in her free time. Like, you know, just
she's on her spiritual journey. People have a lot to say about that. And like, maybe like there's some sort of,
if you married Austin McBroom, you would be on your spiritual journey too. That's all I know to say.
Clearly, y'all can see from right there, Tana and Brooke are not fans of Austin McBroom. I do gotta say this though, I think that this whole entire situation blew up big time, and some things are coming out from behind the scenes. I don't know what to believe about this, but I do have to say this. People are saying that it was probably like orchestrated from the both of them, meaning that like she's coming out with her book. He's always on Snapchat now because apparently, y'all, I need to get on Snapchat because people are putting out reports out there like if you get like 100,000 views on there, like you're getting paid like $5,000. I don't know if that's true, but I'm like, yo, I may just start posting on there because apparently that's why he posts everything on Snapchat is because they pay really, really good. So I'm like, maybe I should go be messy on Snapchat. I don't know. Anyways, make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next one. Peace out, Girl Scout.